What is up, you guys? It's your boy Indigo. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about modern black WWE champions in WWE because I just got finished watching the video and I thought it would be a cool way to celebrate Black History Month. We're talking about, giving my reaction to this sit down interview with three of our modern black WWE champions, which are Bobby Lashley, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. Um, the way these three won their respective championships is not what I want to talk about. It's really, building a presence. Excuse me. Sometimes I suck at pronouncing words. I just gotta put that out there. But they set a standard for future, younger people like myself. Well, I'm not necessarily trying to be a wrestler, but get into the business in general. Just that inspiration, like, hey, we did it, you guys can too. And that was what Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair established last year as well. Just giving that like type of motivation and inspiration that we did it. Like, hey, we did this, the first ever. Like, we built a lane for that, and it's great to see. If you guys don't know what video I'm talking about, they uploaded a sit down interview. I believe it was yesterday, hosted by Byron Saxton with Kofi, Big E, and Lashley. If you guys didn't check that out, I will link it in my comments. So I got y'all on that, and it was a great sit down. He talked about past legends such as Ron Simmons and The Rock, who are also former WWE champions, WWF/E champions in their respective rate. And it's great to see in this running era because after The Rock, um, he was WWE champion at the time, but wasn't for long because he was going to Hollywood. He dropped the title to Brock at SummerSlam, one of my favorite SummerSlams of all time, by the way. And since then, we never really see in terms of the WWE Championship, because that's their main championship to this day. I know Roman is the Universal Champion, but the WWE Championship is still the number one title in that company, in my opinion. And at that time, back then, they also had two world titles. Their title, WWE Championship, and the WCW title, which Vince bought and just bought in to his shows as a secondary world championship. I do not count the WCW/NWA World Championship because again that's their secondary title. And ever since the Wayne dropped the main championship, we haven't really seen nobody like win it until Kofi did at WrestleMania. Kofi said this in the interview. It was the opponent I feel that really helped make Kofi Mania because Daniel Bryan had a lot to do with. Excuse me. Bryan Danielson had a lot to do with it, putting him over. The storylines to build into the match was great. We got to see Bryan Danielson as a heel, which I feel he's great at. He's great in both roles, but I love him as a heel, especially that character he played. It was great, and they touched on like the moment that they won it, because there was a moment when all three of those men won it in their respective right. I covered two of them on the channel. I wasn't doing YouTube when Kofi won the championship, but my reactions were there. They on the channel. If you guys want to check them out, I recommend you do. And it was surreal to all three of them. Not necessarily saying that they would never been there. They knew that they had the potential to get there, but they were saying that the feeling they got when they won it was so real. We the fans helped a lot in that because we was all happy for all three of them respectfully. And yeah, we'll see how the future goes in terms of the championships, because they will be. I don't know if they're gonna unify the belts with Roman beats Brock, and you just have one title. I think they just gonna keep the two titles intact. You guys remember? If you guys don't remember how WWE was 10 years ago, like 10 years ago, I mean 2012, they had the WWE Championship. I believe Punk was still champion at this time. No, he wasn't. The Rock was, because Rock beat Punk at Royal Rumble in 2012. Yeah, so they still had a World Heavyweight Championship champion on SmackDown, the other show, and they didn't really unify the belts until what, 2014, right? My math is kind of off right now. Sorry, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But at some point they did unify the title. It became one title. But before that, there was still some time where there was two titles intact, and Brock was, well, Bryan Danielson, Cena, Orton, and Brock. They both still had both championships on their shoulders into the unification. So I don't know if they're gonna do that in this current era of the E. We'll see. But if they do unify the belts, it should be the WWE Championship. They should retire the Universal Championship at this point. I talked about this in my Brock and Roman announcement video. And the brand split. Don't if they unify this title, unify the women's championship and the tag titles. Don't just unify the world championships, because that is a thought of mine that I was thinking about when they announced the unification match. They have to end the brand split. I get the networks and all that other shit, but at the same time, the product itself is dead. The brand split is actively killing it, and they ended this unified all titles in their respective divisions. You might really start seeing some type of change. Doubt that, but we'll see. But these three men are definitely in history. Years to come, where we see people like Montez Ford and shit. Carmelo Hayes, like I see a lot of potential of him. In him, I see him one day getting there. You know, if they push him right, you know, you got people like that that's gonna be WWE champion in their own right. But these three men right here, they really set the tone for future talent to get in that main event spotlight or world championship spotlight, whatever term you want to use. And it's great to see. And that's what I got for you guys today. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. If you guys missed the sit down interview, I will link it in the comments for you guys to check out. It's worth your time. It's like 10 minutes. And yeah. See y'all for the next video. Peace.